Alright guys, player ratings for the Crystal Palace game. For Thibaut Courtois, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I think he was decent today. I don't think he stood out much. There's a lot of players who I don't think really stood out, so I'm going to give him a 6, maybe a 5.5. I'm gonna just say a 6. Gary Cahill, I'm going to give I'll give him another 6 as well. I think he was another one, did his job decently. I wouldn't put him to blame for any of the goals. Just did his job. It was kind of disappointing, but the result is the result. David Luiz, I'm going to give him a 5 because I think the second goal is to blame for him, because him and Kante both went for the same player. I think David Luiz should have closed down the space that Benteke was running into. So he's going to get a 5. I think Azpilicueta, I'll give him a 6 as well. Actually, I'll give him a 6.5, actually. I think Azpilicueta was the best defender we had out of the 3, because he was doing his job defensively, and attackingly he was still trying to make crosses. He actually took a long shot, which we can't really say about some of the players in our team, because the majority of them were just passing the ball endlessly side to side, and no one was really challenging them or taking players on. So I'll give Azpilicueta a 6 out of 6.5. Alonso, I think, was our best player in the first half. I think he was given a lot of space and he made the most of it. There was a decent skill he did there. I think he did an elastico, but I think he was our best defender in the first half, and the second half he got taken off. I don't know if I would have taken him off, but I'll give Marcos Alonso a 7. Nemanja Matic, I'm going to give him another 5. I don't think he should have been playing today. I think he should have been rested for City. Not saying he was tired. I'm just saying it wasn't the type of game for him. I think we should have gone for Fabregas and Kante in the middle, and I don't think we should have had Matic in the game. The majority of his passes were sideways. Some of them weren't even finding anyone. I'm not trying to get at Matic or anything. I'm just saying I think he really should not have been playing that game. Kante, I'm going to give a 6 to as well. I'll give him a 6. I don't think he's the fault for anything. Again, for the second goal, he did his job. I think David Luiz should have gone further back. So I'm going to give him a 6 overall, because he didn't do anything wrong, but he just did his job, to be honest. Who else? Pedro. I'm not really sure about Pedro's performance. Nothing Pedro really did stood out to me, to be honest. He didn't do much in the game. I don't remember whether he lasted the full 90 minutes or not, but I'm going to give him overall a 5.5. Yeah, I'll give him a 5.5. Yeah, I think that's the best result. Diego Costa, I'm going to give him a 5 as well. I think the amount of times that crosses came into him and he did nothing with them. He seemed static the entire 90 minutes, barely making any plays, and he's been off for a while. If you look how well he was playing before he got injured in the first half of the season compared to how he's playing now, something just looks really off with him. People are saying that he's angling for a move away. I'm not sure I don't really think he's leaving. I could be wrong, but performances like that aren't really proving my points, because he didn't try to take the game. He just stood there and expected the ball to come to him. He wasn't doing much, and the defenders were onto him like a rash the whole 90 minutes. Disappointing performance from Costa, another 5 from him. Eden Hazard, I'm going to give a 6 for him. I think going forward, he was our best player. Again, barely had the ball taken off him, was always either continuing the play or making chances. He'll get a 6 from me, maybe a 6.5, but I'm going to stick to the 6. And for our 3 substitutes, Batshuayi, I'm going to give him a 5, because I don't really know what he did in that game either. He was invisible the majority of the time he was there. He's getting a 5 from me. Loftus-Cheek barely had any time to make an impact on the game, so he doesn't get a rating. nothing against him. He just was on the pitch for about 2 or 3 minutes. And who was the last sub? Willian, I'm going to give him a 6-2. I think the fact that he was on his right foot the majority of the time didn't help him. The crosses were always too close to the goalkeeper, too close to the goal line. But when he came on, he was actually making chances. He had a decent free kick. I think maybe if he was more two-footed, it would have been better. It would have been better off. But you can't blame someone for not being as good on their left foot as their right, unless they've been putting improvements onto it. So Willian's going to get another 6 from me. On to the next game. We'll see you on Wednesday for Man City.